Come on over, John. And this was sort of a little surprise this morning for you because, you've had some experiences not only in Ohio, but in Columbus before your career really took off.
Yeah.
John, step up to the mic right here. Introduce yourself, and then what's the story? How did you guys meet, and how did it sort of interact?
Okay. I'm John Mickle. I'm a nurse practitioner at the James in the Leukemia and Transplant Unit. And we did a gala benefit last February, and we're looking for an entertainer, and contacted Calum. And he was gracious enough to come over really very inexpensively and donated his time, performed live at the James at the Heather Pick music program, and then sang at the gala on a Saturday night. So it was his first time in the U.S. It was a great time, and we've stayed friends, so we hope to have him back again soon.
So your first experience in the U.S. was here in Columbus.
Yeah.
So not a bad experience because obviously you came back then.
Yeah, of course, man. I knew I was going to come back, especially for John anyway. But it was nice to come and to perform at the gala. I would say gala. I'm trying to convince him that it is gala. But to perform there and to perform at the James was very special. It got streamed to people's bedsides who couldn't get out of the beds.
Yeah.
It was very special.
And this was before you actually signed your record deal.
Oh, yeah.
So this was sort of on your own time and most of your own dime. I mean, which is great.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I couldn't refuse. It was I love being able to help and to use my music as a medicine or being able to help. Raise money for medicine. I could never refuse. So John basically found me.
Yeah, and very nice.
You need
so
to-
you get a finder's
need
fee
to
for
credit.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
exactly. You get a percentage of the deal.
Right. It was a great find.
Yeah.
But
So where'd you take him around Columbus when he came?
we went. There was a lot of alcohol, a lot of drinking, a
There
lot of
was-
good times.
John introduced me to Fireball.
And then Lukey Williams, his manager, was with us, so we all had a great time. And he got to see Columbus, ate a lot of good places.
Yeah, we
He
did.
discovered ranch dressing, Bob Evans.
Yes, I did.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Really? And Bob Evans actually just got sold. Did you hear that this morning? Yeah, what do you know? But
So it's gone now.
No, they're still here. They just were sold to like the company that owns Red Lobster and California Pizza Kitchen. So they're still doing
Fair
so.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you can still experience him when you come back
Good.
to Columbus.
Good. I need to.
Well, John, thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
being
much.
here, and you're going to stick around for the
Yes.
performance also.
Yes.
And so Dancing on My Own, of course, out right now, and the song has exploded. And we had it on something that we do in the mornings called Mix It or Nix It, where we pit two songs against each other, and the listeners actually get to vote for the winner.
Okay.
And your song, I mean, blew up on social media. Your fans voted for it like crazy, and you had a nice winning streak going.
Oh, wow.
It was unbelievable.
Awesome, man.
Have you heard from Robin?
I haven't. But now I'm an artist and I do this as a day job. Like I know that it's busy and that you're traveling all over the place and your time is taken up very quickly. So I get that, maybe she's just busy. We haven't crossed paths yet, but I'm hoping in the future, very soon, hopefully, that I'll be able to give her a hug and thank her for everything she's done for me, basically.
Could there be maybe a little bit of jealousy? Because I think you put her song on the map. I mean, I knew of her song before being in radio, but because of your performance of it and your version, it's bigger than hers ever was. So
I mean,
she could be sitting at home like Calum Scott.
You wait till I see him. No, the thing is the original is incredible, and that's why I covered it. It's because it's such an amazing song, and the lyrics are beautiful. But I think when I slowed it down to piano, it just makes the lyrics pop up that extra bit more because you can't dance around to the ballad as you can the original. And it just makes you listen to the words, and it's a heartbreaking song, and it's just testament to her as a songwriter. So I hope she's not annoyed with me.
Maybe there's a duet in the future.
I would love to. One of my fans said we should sing the song together, and it was such an amazing suggestion.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
I'll have to hit her up and ask her if she's game.
And so Callum's backstory, for those that don't know, he was on Britain's Got Talent. And before he actually auditioned, his sister auditioned. And she didn't make it. And you had to follow up right after her.
Yeah.
And I know that had to be hard for you to go up there. And I saw the performance in the audition, and you could tell maybe the first couple seconds, you were like, is this right?
Yeah.
You weren't as powerful as you could be, but
Yeah.
then you got into it and you're
Yeah.
like, all right, we're going to fight through this and do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's the most stressful time of my life. My little sister who got me into singing, my biggest inspiration, gets shot down by Simon Cowell, and he says that she's a bedroom singer and all this kind of stuff, which immediately, as her big brother, got my back up, and I was like, what? She's not a bedroom singer. and then she's upset and she walks off stage and she's in tears, and then I have a second to give her a hug, and then I have to go straight on stage. So for me, it was really emotional, really stressful. You know, the guy who I really wanted to impress, I'm in Big Brother mode, so I'm like, you know, I hate you for the fact that you've upset my sister, but I kind of got to impress you now. So I just used all of my emotion, everything I was feeling, put it into my performance, and it paid off.
It did, because, I mean, you could have gone the whole other way, walked out to the mic and said, screw you, Simon Cowell, and left the stage and not even audition.
Yeah, and like you say, those first few moments, I was shaking. I was like, I just don't know if I can do this. Like, my sister's backstage, she's crying her eyes out, and I don't know if I'm ready to perform now that all this is going on, but I just channeled it and just used it as a bit of momentum. And you know, by the time I'd got over those first few lines, my mind just went into an autopilot, and I just started spilling my emotion all out into the song. And yeah, it did all right.
It did great. I mean, so you auditioned with Dancing on My Own, and then that's your first single. Did you know after the whole process and once you got signed that this was my audition song, this is how I sort of got on the map, I want to make this my first single? Or did you have something else in mind?
Well, I mean, before I released the song, I wasn't signed. So I'd left the show. I didn't get signed by Simon. And I kind of thought maybe that's it. Maybe, you know, that's in shows like that, sometimes it can be, you know, it can be that the show is too big and you're, you know, just a fish in water, you know? And so it sort of made me think maybe that's it. I'll have to go back to my day job, which killed me. I was working in human resources for 8 years, so the thought of going back to that was just horrible. But I got a lot of live work. I got an incredible fan base out of it. And when I met my manager, Luke, in the September of that year, he was just like, I'm looking on social media and everybody's asking for this song. Everybody's asking for Dancing on My Own. So we released it on that basis, and we sold 250,000 copies on our own. And that got us noticed by the US. I came over, I signed my deal in May. But I think we just released it based on the fact that everybody was asking for it. We didn't spend a penny on advertising. And it was just to put it out there for the fans, and the fans just run away with it.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it sort of naturally happened that it was going to be my first single. So it's been an incredible journey. And there's so much more to come. There's the album coming this year, and yeah, I'm so excited. So excited.
We're talking with Calum Scott. You can check him out on Instagram, on Twitter at Calum Scott. So let's talk about that. You know, the single's been out for a little while now. So you're working on the debut album?
Yeah, that sounds ridiculous saying that. Yeah, I'm working on the debut album. I'd say 90% there. I'm still gonna write and take advantage of the time I've got left before the deadline. So I'm gonna be going to Sweden after my America trip, doing a couple of days out there, and I'm gonna be recording the rest of the album in February. So yeah, I'm more or less there. But to have a debut album in the processing, I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like when it's released. I'm just going to lose it.
What's the process been like so far? Because I know a lot of people will sit here and they will write, or they'll have, you know, 100 songs that they have to narrow down to 12 or 15 songs on the album. Has it been like that for you?
I mean, I've been really lucky. I've written with some incredible people, and most of the songs that I've written will probably go on the album, mainly because it's, for me, songwriting is quite new. I mean, I only started writing in September of 2015. So I hadn't really put pen to paper before that. So it was a relatively new experience. And for a few months, I was just trying to figure my way around it. And then I realized that, you know, by being very honest and, you know, songwriting from personal experience or stuff I've been through became a bit of a therapy for me. And because I was being so sincere, that it was very easy to write. And I ended up writing quite a lot. I've co-written everything on the album. And, you know, I'm very proud that stuff that I'm writing is going to be, you know, on my album. And you know, we released my first original song, Rhythm Inside. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm getting people tweet me the lyrics back and cover videos of it. It's just like the most amazing feeling ever.
Which is great because, you know, a lot of times a debut album, people will rush that album out, especially when you see people that have been on like a show of like, you know, Britain's Got Talent or X Factor or Idol. It's like, okay, the show's done, let's get that album out. And it's songs that they didn't actually write, you know, that were written for them. Yeah. And you're taking the time to put your own personal touch on the music and on the album and say, this is me.
Yeah, I mean, much like my idols, I mean, Adele being the biggest idol, she is incredible. Her personality, her songwriting, her voice, obviously. But I really do sort of relate to what she's talking about in her music, and she's written albums about heartbreak and, going through that whole process. And we're all human. We've all been through that.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want my album to be is stuff that people can listen to and go, I know exactly how he's feeling, or I've been through that myself. And that relatability, because that means everything. The connection between me and my fans is everything.
Definitely. We've got Calum Scott in studio. We're going to go to a break here, and then you're going to stick around, and we're going to get a live performance of Dancing on Our Own.
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to.
Awesome. It's Mix 107.9.